think what makes my comeback and my stories a lot different than anyone else's is because I'm known for doing things in a short period of time. I mean, to step back and look at the record, I competed 68 times in 10 years. That's averaging like 7 shows a year.
The Maryland Muscle Machine, Kevin Lebroni!
I had laid off so long, the body wasn't responding because of time, and I had injuries that I didn't know that I had. There was a lot of obstacles that I was dealing with. And then of course you're trying to get your mind and you're trying to get into that body that you're used to doing battle with. And you just don't see it, so you can't really be yourself. Yeah, it's not easy, man. It might be my last one, to be honest with you.
From one day to another, I lost everything what I was working for, what I have, or what I was. I was at the peak. I was winning shows, I was top bodybuilder, I was Arnold Classic champion. It means you are also, a threat for Mr. Olympia, champion. So, and I was working for this. I was almost there. I was already in the top 3 at Olympia. So, just a little bit longer, a little bit more time, a little more investment, a little bit more work, and I think I could have reached my goal finally. But then with the injury, I lost my mind, my motivation, my goal or my vision, because it messes up with your mind really, really badly, but the good thing is I know what to do, because I'm a professional bodybuilder for many years, and I delivered always at the shows. I showed my great condition, my great shape and dryness. Everything like this, what bodybuilder needs. That's what I'm doing now. That's the plan. I'm working my comeback, and I'm hitting the stage next year again.
So Flex, when I first heard that you're making a comeback at Olympia, really the question is why?
You know what? After I started tuning in on my diet a little bit, Olympia happened, and just sitting there and honestly watching the new class of the men's physique. It fits for me. If you look at, one of my arguably best conditions ever was in 1993 at the Honor Classic, my first Honor Classic. I was 214. It's truly about just not giving up, and I don't know why I put, such pressure on myself, but I can't pick all my fights. I've always been that person, put so much on myself, even going and having what I go through in a doctor, and literally, I'm damn near in tears, going through that. And I laid there and I even questioned, why do you do this? But I'm just wired that way.
You can bring the Olympia gold medal, the Sandow statue, and a check for $155,000 to the 2006 Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler! The Olympia gold medal and the Sandow statue to the winner of the 2007 Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler! Jay Cutler! And the title of 2008 Mr. Olympia. You can take it to Dexter Jackson! How about a big hand for all our winners tonight?
Gained that. Jay Cutler, 2-time Mr. Olympia, lost the title, got 2nd place. Where does he fit in the landscape of all this stuff with these guys that are so deep in talent this year?
Well, I think Jay potentially could still win the contest if he got in the best shape he's ever been in, but he hasn't done that for a few years, and you have to ask why he hasn't done that. Is it a matter of motivation? Maybe if it was motivation, now he's going to be motivated, he's been beaten, or is it just, he just can't get it together?
Ready to go.
go, baby.
Our new Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler.
Well, he fought for 6 years to wrestle the title away from Ronnie Coleman until he claimed the first one in 06. Won it again in 07 and watched Dexter Jackson take it back 1 year ago. And tonight, Jay Cutler, he has reclaimed the Olympia title. He has taken it back. One of bodybuilding's most historical moments. He has done something that no prior champion has ever done. As he meets the great Joe Weider on stage, he becomes the first man who has lost the Olympia title to come back and win.
I've heard it all. Oh, he's a fly-by-night. Oh, he can't do this. But I've always heard this, you know. All you have to do is be good. All you have to do is be great. All you have to do is never quit, never give up, and believe in yourself. I know what I'm capable of, and when somebody tells me that I can't, it just fuels my fire. A lot of times if the devil throws out there to destroy us, God will take and use it. This is what God created me to do, man. And ain't nobody gonna stop me.
In 2006, I got injured, and since then, I wasn't able to compete. I wasn't able to guest pose. And it is a huge mental problem, or better to say, it was. Because I'm doing well right now, but last year, straight after the surgery, there was a hard time because I lost a lot of weight. I couldn't train for a long time. I couldn't eat for a long time, really, like I used to eat. All your clothes are just way too huge. All your clothes are not fitting anymore because you're so thin. For another people, I'm still big, but for myself, I was just like, I lost half of my weight. So it was hard. It was probably the hardest time for myself. Yes, that's true. During the time or after the surgery, I had no idea, how far I can go, or will I be ever able to, start training like I used to train, or go on stage again. But right now we are almost 1.5 years later from the surgery, and I'm already training for my comeback, and I'm feeling good. But of course, I'm still struggling with everything. It's not perfect, I would say, but what is perfect today, right?
It's about people who can. Maybe maybe you're a transplant patient and you can't do anything anymore. Maybe you're a suicide person and you just don't have the will to fight. And maybe you were born on welfare, or born in a ghetto, or you were homeless, or didn't have food at one time to eat. I just want to be a voice for those people